In this video, I want to cover why, and I can't understand the motives, why the government would allow an Ofsted to be a Muslim. You know, this guy has been given a prestige position. Not only is he a practicing Muslim, putting on the full garb, at the same time, what was scary is forcing pupils to recite the Quran. What is happening to Britain, where the head of Ofsted, the government has decided, must be none other than a practicing Muslim? What does that say about England? And most of all, why couldn't they have selected a practicing Christian? There'd be uproar if a Christian was chosen to be the head of Ofsted for schools. There'd be uproar. If a Christian was chosen, there'd be rioting on the streets. But it's interesting that when a Muslim is chosen to be the head of the Ofsted school education, people are quiet. No one has anything to say. Here are Christians being persecuted in England under Keir Starmer. Well, let's be honest, Christians were also persecuted under the Tory government. Let's be honest about it. In fact, there were more Christians arrested under the Tory government in the last 14 years. You couldn't even pray on the streets. You couldn't even wear a cross. This is under the Tory government, who claim that they are a Christian party. They're a nationalist party. Yet more Christians were persecuted. You were forced to, bake a LGBTQ cake under the Tory government. If the Tory wants to nitpick and pretend that they're any different. Why would you choose someone like this to be the head of Ofsted? Why would you do that? Knowing full well there's going to be a conflict of interest, that there's no way that he could practice honestly and fairly, knowing full well he has to follow the credence of the Quran and the Sharia law. There's no way he could be impartial, and I'll prove my point. When a Muslim meets a woman, they cannot shake her hands. Even though it's an English society, it's supposed to be a British country, not under Sharia law. They can't shake her hands. It makes you wonder, how then can a Muslim be a doctor? You see the contradictions. They cannot shake her hands. There's things you cannot do. Yet you're living in a so-called Christian country. I don't know what else to say, but I'm shocked. They would not have allowed a Christian to be the head of Ofsted. People would have kicked off. But everybody's quiet about it. I made a video, just look up my prophecies on Brexit. I says England is cursed and God will hand her over to her enemies. because you persecuted the church. You used the LGBTQ agenda to persecute the church. Christians were being persecuted by the gays. And I said that God's curse will be on England. And don't think that, by voting Nigel Farage. Do you know Nigel Farage is now promoting more illegal immigrants? Did you know that? Money talks. So don't think to yourself, but if I go for this, if I go for that. This nation is cursed until you turn back to God. My lips will be dry. Until you turn back to God, I'm afraid there's no hope. No hope. England was once a Christian country where the church bells were ringing and people were proud to be Christians. Now look at it. Look at the state. The Muslims are taking over left, right, and center. They would not employ a Christian. But there's no protest anywhere. We are messed up people.